Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. This is Jet, Starlight, and Zana, Fairy Monster Hunters, episode number 18. I hope you guys are excited to hop right into the episode. If you have not seen episodes 1 through 17, I highly recommend that you do so by clicking on the series playlist link in the description box below or in the end card. If you would like to read the story in full on the AI Dungeon website, feel free to do so by clicking on the link in the description box below. And if you guys would like to talk about the series with me, feel free to do so in the comment section below, or you can DM me on our Discord. I have a link to the Discord in the description box below. So without further ado, let's start off episode 18 by reading the last action from the previous episode. You say, "No problem. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I hope you have a fun time at work. I'm heading off to bed. Good night, Zana." Zana smiles and waves to you as you walk away. You head to bed feeling slightly better. So I'm going to start off by waking up and going to eat breakfast with my fellow members of the MHG. I'm glad that we're using acronyms now. The game last episode started calling the Monster Hunter Guild the MHG, and I'm like, it's so much less to type. It's great. You walk into the dining room of the guild hall, where you are met by about a dozen people. All of you are sitting together at a long table. You sit down and begin to eat your meal as strangers travel in from other rooms to join you. Okay, so it always likes to say like the guild hall, but the Monster Hunter Guild actually all lives in the inn. So I'm going to say dining room of the inn. So the next thing I'm going to do is finish my breakfast. Well, I guess before I finish my breakfast, I should say, well, I guess I haven't started eating. Nope, it does say I started eating. Okay, I'm going to say good morning to my fellow members of the MHG. So I'm going to eat breakfast, say good morning everybody. Then afterwards I'm going to thank Kamid for the meal. I always like to thank him because he's the chef at the inn. You greet everyone with a nod and a good morning. You begin to eat your meal as others begin to introduce themselves. "Hi, I'm Brenda," a young woman with brown hair and big eyes says. "I'm Flynn," a young man with striking blue eyes says. Okay, I guess I'm going to be introduced to these new characters. Hello, Brenda and Flynn. Are you two monster hunters? Or are you both just staying at the inn? Because not everybody at the inn is a monster hunter. Though I've noticed we keep running into monster hunters who aren't members of the MHG. They're just other monster hunters, and that's kind of interesting. My computer fan's loud today. Brenda and Flynn look at each other and then at the rest of you. "Well, to be honest, we're hunters, but we haven't been able to hunt in a while," Brenda says with a smile. Oh, okay. So, I guess I'm going to ask Brenda and Flynn, which I'm going to do this using a do action. You ask Brenda and Flynn, what monster hunting group? Well, I guess for the name of the monster hunting group. Or I guess I should ask them if they are a part of a monster hunting group. They could both be hunters but not be in a group. They could be like solo hunters. So I'm going to ask Brenda and Flynn if they are a part of a monster hunting group. There we go. The game does like to use the breakfast meeting at the beginning of episodes to try and introduce these characters. So the game said, "So are you two monster hunters, you ask?" "Yes, we are. We're a part of the SMART unit," Flynn says with a smile. What exactly does that stand for?" I'm just going to hit enter and see what it says. The game's pretty good about making up acronyms, so I do want to know what SMART means. Oh, it's a very important part of the city. It stands for Societal Maintenance and Restoration Team, Brenda says with a smile. It's also our backup in case any of us gets killed, Flynn whispers, so that only you can hear. Wait, what? Ask Flynn what he means by that. Because I don't know what Flynn means when he says it's also our backup in case any of us get killed. Societal maintenance and restoration team. Interesting. So I'm going to update the story summary real quick. You are talking to Flynn and Brenda in the dining room of the inn. Awesome. You ask Flynn what he means, and Brenda suddenly cuts in. Oh, nothing. Flynn's just messing with you, she says with a smile. No, I really mean it, Flynn says seriously. I don't entirely understand what Flynn is hinting at, but okay. And then I'm going to say, do either of you have powers? If so, I'd be interested in knowing what their abilities are. Also, my computer's like chugging. I apologize if you guys are like hearing a bunch of noise. I don't know why it's chugging like that. Let's see, Brenda and Flynn look at each other and then they look at you. Well, I can control the wind, Brenda says proudly. And I turn into a werewolf, Flynn says with a smile. Ooh, Flynn is just straight up a werewolf. That's cool. Okay. I guess next I'm going to ask Brenda and Flynn. Oh, I'm already saying, so I should say, how many monsters have you two killed? I guess I'm trying to get like a body count. Also, it'd be great to get Brenda and Flynn's last names. I need to make sure I ask them for that. Oh, we haven't killed many. We're still pretty new, Brenda says. But we did help take down the Blackburn Slasher. That was a big monster, Flynn says with a smile. Brenda, what is your last name? That way I can add them to the world info. And also I can talk about them to other characters, and if I ever introduce another Brenda, I don't have to worry about there being just one Brenda. Well, one Brenda. Oh, it's Wither. My father is the head of the Watchers. He's in charge of all the monster hunters, Brenda says. That's cool. My mother is the head of the government. She makes sure that things are safe and running properly. I'm going to get rid of that part where it's like a response about my mom. Let's see. So she says that her last name is Wither and that her father is the head of the Watchers. I guess I'm going to say, your father must be in charge of all monster hunters except the MHG. I'm in charge of the MHG. Yeah, it's interesting for her to say that her dad's in charge of like all the monster hunters, because he's definitely not in charge of me. I know that for a fact. Oh, really? My father never said anything about the monster hunter group, Brenda says with a frown. I'm going to say the MHG is the Monster Hunter Guild. I then am going to ask Flynn, what is your last name? Flynn's kind of interesting. He has like a air of mystery about him. I don't think you guys can hear the weird fan stuff going on, which is good. It's Flynn. Why do you ask? Just wondering. Brenda, why don't you show Jacob the werewolf bite on your arm, Flynn says, with a little too much eagerness. I'm going to correct where it says, why don't you show Jacob, to why don't you show him. Just have them say him, because I sure haven't introduced myself. Also, Flynn's name is Flynn the werewolf. So he got turned into a werewolf, which is interesting. He wasn't like born as a werewolf. So they've both fought big monsters before, but they're fairly new monster hunters. And they're members of SMART, and her dad kind of rules over like all the monster hunters because he's in charge of the Watchers. Brenda, what is your dad's name? Yeah, because her dad is like an interesting character to add to the world info as well. But I only know that his name is like Wither. So I'd like to know like what his first name is. Chief. His name is Chief Wither? Chief his first name Chief, last name Wither. Nobody that's why is his name a title? That's like if your name was like Captain. Uh, really? What tribe is he chief of, you say? No, he's not a chief of any tribe. He's just head of the monster hunters. He leads a group to go hunt down monsters and kill them. Wow. That's a fitting name. Let's see. Is there anything else that I really want to know about these two? She can control the wind. He's a werewolf. I guess I would say, Flynn, did you know that I am the king of werewolves? I literally took the position yesterday after I slayed the queen of werewolves. I'm curious what he's going to say. I'm also curious when he got bit. I'm glad that he became a monster hunter and that he's not like someone that I have to kill. Wow, you're a lot more powerful than you look. Oh, thanks. I am? Why didn't you tell me that before I let you come with me? I figured it would be impolite to brag. I guess I'm going to get rid of those last two lines because they seem weird. So I'm just going to keep the, wow, you're a lot more powerful than you look. I guess I'll respond by saying, I am glad that my appearance doesn't give away my strength. It is better that my enemies underestimate me than for them to prepare for my downfall. Yo, if only there was something I could do to help this laptop fan, like, calm down. Brenda, what's my full name? Brenda, what's my father's name? Flynn interrupts. Brenda, if I wanted to know that, I would have asked. I'm asking you to tell me about yourself. Brenda gets frustrated. Brenda gets a little frustrated. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on with that, so I'm just going to retry that one. That's a good way to look at it, King, Flynn says. Hey, look, it's the troll, Brenda says. The three of you are now out of the forest and standing on the road. A large rusted cage sits in the middle of the road. Yo, we haven't been going anywhere. We're still in the inn. I'm going to get rid of everything after. That's a good way to look at it, King. And then just keep it at that. So I know their names, I know their powers, and I know that they like haven't killed a lot of monsters. I'm going to ask Brenda and Flynn, what weapons do you use to fight monsters? Or I guess I'm going to ask, instead of just what weapons, like what equipment? Because I'd love to know what like the other Monster Hunter guilds are using. Also, I guess I could ask them more about that monster they defeated. Me? I use a musket. I can blow the limbs off of any beast, Flynn says. A werewolf with a gun. That's interesting. I used a curved sword. Trust me, nothing beats close combat with a monster, Brenda says. What do you use? Brenda asks. I have a ton of equipment. Thanks to my good friend Bartleby. My favorite new piece of gear is my communicator. It allows me to teleport, well, it allows me to talk to fellow members of the guild teleport members to me, and teleport equipment to me whenever I need it. It's essentially like having the whole guild in your pocket, which I really like. Need a potion? Boom, communicator. Need a weapon? Boom, communicator. Need assistance? Boom, a communicator. That's really cool, Flynn says. I didn't even know they had the invention, Brenda says. You pull out your communicator to show Brenda and Flynn the features of it. Yeah. This particular piece of gear was made by my friends Tanya and John Crenshaw. They did a great job. A communicator is like having an entire Monster Hunter guild in your pocket. It really comes in handy. It's interesting to show off gear and like talk with other monster hunters and like learn about their experiences. It really does help make the world feel alive. Wow, that's really cool, Flynn says. Brenda and Flynn stare at your communicator in awe. Okay, so I guess what I would want to know about next is, like, tell me more about the Blackburn Slasher. You mentioned earlier that you both worked together to defeat it. It is interesting to just learn more about the world. It's kind of like I'm getting a sneak peek at like what Smart is like and what their members are like. The slasher. Oh, it's terrible, Flynn says. What are, well, I guess what were the Blackburn Slashers' powers, weaknesses, and common locations? Because I can also use that for the world info. The Haint would enter a house at night and kill the entire family. Its very trademark was to cut people's throats as if it was as if it was a skilled surgeon. If that wasn't horrific enough, it would place little red kisses on the bodies of its victims, Brenda says. Goodness. I don't know why it said the Haint. I'm just going to correct that to the being, because I have no idea what a Haint is. Or just make it like proper and just say the Blackburn Slasher. And also, it just sounds like a monster that killed people. Like it almost just sounds like a serial killer kind of thing. So it's a monster serial killer. I'm going to ask, what powers did the Blackburn Slasher have? Flynn and Brenda do sound cool, by the way. It's interesting to like see this Monster Hunter team and hear about everything they can do. I just lifted up my laptop so I could like see if it would change the sound of the fan. I'm curious if I have anything running that I can like cut off to like stop this fan nonsense. Let's see. Brenda, you tell it, Flynn says. That's also interesting for the game to be like, well, Flynn doesn't want to talk about it. Brenda, you talk about it. So I'm just going to hit enter and just see what the game says on that. I think I may know something that I can do to, like, calm the computer down. The usual: superhuman strength, speed, and toughness. He also had an unnatural lust for pain, Brenda says. The slasher was impervious to all pain, be it self-inflicted or otherwise, Flynn said. Interesting. So it wanted to feel pain, but then couldn't feel pain, which is like an interesting, like, twisted thing. I wonder if that was like its main weakness. What weaknesses did the Blackburn slasher have? Also, it sounds like the Blackburn slasher's common locations would be like the houses of families, because that's where it attacks. Also, the AI seems to be acting weird. AI Dungeon 2's having a little issue. This happened last time I did an episode 2, where the AI was getting stuck on stuff. Let's see. I'm going to close out of a bunch of links that are like open in another tab. There we go. So I think it's now refreshing. Maybe that'll help the computer out. Ooh, AI is still having trouble. Let's see, how far are we into this episode? We're like 22 minutes in, and I'm still like at the inn eating breakfast and like talking to people. I guess it's because I didn't expect the Brenda and Flynn thing. The slasher had a rare allergy to silver. It was the only thing that could reliably kill it, Brenda says. So it had superhuman strength, speed, and toughness, and unnatural lust for pain, was impervious to all pain, self-inflicted or otherwise, and could only be killed due to its rare allergy to silver. Okay. And now my final question. What common locations, or I guess, what were common locations where you could find the Blackburn slasher? It would appear in the poor areas of town. The people living there were too poor to hire heroes to defend them. The beast would kill and kill and kill until someone hired heroes to kill it. That's where Brenda and I come in, Flynn says. Fascinating. I guess my last question for, like, Flynn. Flynn, what did you mean when you said that smart was a backup in case we all died? Because Flynn seemed really serious about it. Oh, it's nothing, Flynn says. Flynn, Brenda says. Fine, Flynn says. He sighs and begins explaining. Okay, I'm just going to hit enter on that. Hit me up, let me know. What's going down? What's the word? Tell ya boy. Also, the story summary, it keeps asking for story summary updates, and it's like, I'm still just talking to Flynn and Brenda. Once upon a time, okay, I'll skip the prologue and get to the story, Flynn says. Oh my gosh. Flynn, just explain it. I mean, I'm just going to hit enter. I like how he starts it like it's going to be like a long story, and then he goes, I'll skip the prologue. Once upon a time, Brenda and I were hired to kill the vampire countess, Flynn begins. They like to vaguely say vampire countess in this game a lot, and I'm always like, Ludmilla? Are there like how many vampire countesses are there? Ludmilla is the vampire countess like of this region. We, being the heroes that we are, accepted the job. We were given a basic plan and set out to kill the countess, Flynn says. I'm gonna say, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't need the full story. I just want to know, how is smart a backup in case we all die? Yeah, like you don't need to like go into this full story about your adventure where you guys went to fight the vampire countess. How, you ask? Well, that's a long story, Flynn says. And then it's like, I can tell you. It stands for Supernatural Mercenary and Rogue Talent Task Force. That would be such a cooler name than the thing you guys said earlier. So that would be like way better, like insanely better. But because it contradicts the previous thing and doesn't answer my question, I'm going to refresh it. What? That's the story. We went in, we fought, we died, Brenda says. What? Oh no. This story has a bit of a twist to it, you see. Oh, you two are clever, so I'll let you figure it out on your own. What? What does that mean? Who said that last line? Hit up the refresh. They've set up this mystery box. I'm trying to open it, and the AI's like, I don't know how to open it. I don't know how to, like, satisfy the mystery. The slasher was only a backup in case Zana, you, or Brenda died. Smart was a last resort. So hold on. I think I can alter that into something like more useful. So going by the same concept of like smart is a last resort. If other monster hunters aren't available, smart swoops in to save the day. So I think that makes sense, and it like goes with what he just said, but it also like solves the mystery box or whatever. They're the Monster Hunter Guild that shows up when the Monster Hunter Guild doesn't show up, like when any of the other ones don't come. Let's see. I'm gonna say that's cool. Let's see. Thank you for letting me know. It was good to meet you both. I hope we can hang out again in the future. So now we've learned about the Blackburn Slasher, we've learned about Brenda Wither, we've learned about Chief Wither a little bit, and we've learned about Flynn. I do too, Zana says. We all do, Brenda says. You leave the couple and exit the inn. Well, I'm going to get rid of that part. Let's see. And I want to change the part that's like, I do too, Zana says, to I do too, Flynn says. Because if Zana's here, she hasn't said like anything. I've been mainly talking to Flynn and Brenda. Okay. So now I'm going to thank Hamid for the delicious meal. No problem. I make too much food as it is. Thanks for helping me, Flynn. I knew you would be able to get a new recruit, Kamid says. I just gave him the flyer like you said, Flynn says. Don't know whether or not. I guess I want to retry that. That's weird. They never handed me a flyer. I just had like a long conversation. So I just retried that. You say, thank you for the delicious meal. Kamid smiles. Thank you, Kamid says. You give a slight wave and exit the room. You walk down the hall past all of the doors. So I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything after it came that says thank you. And then I'm going to go to the Monster Awareness Division headquarters. I don't know why I said to the Monster Awareness Division headquarters. Go to MAD headquarters. I want to ask them, like, is there a king of all monsters? Because I think that would be like a big deal. You arrive at the MAD headquarters. The door is big and heavy, made of metal. You push it open. Loud, obnoxious music hits you in the face. You enter the building. Inside there is a receptionist desk surrounded by a few sofas. I'm going to ask the receptionist if there is a king of all monsters that commands, or I guess I should ask if there is an evil king of all monsters that commands all evil monsters to do his bidding. I feel like if these monsters are organized, then we could just go for whoever's like the top monster and kill him this episode. I think that'd be cool. Okay, so right now you are talking to the receptionist at MAD headquarters. That's what's currently happening in the story. You don't worry about that. I have a better question for you, the receptionist says in a bored tone of voice. You want to come back to my place, she asks. What? You come in and you're like, hey, is there like a mastermind that's been controlling all the monsters behind the scene? And she's like, no. You trying to smash? See, this is a better question. I appreciate the offer, but my heart belongs to my wife, Zana. And then I'm just gonna ask the same question I tried to ask earlier. Is there an evil king of all monsters that commands all evil monsters to do his bidding? The game's like, but are you trying to get laid? Wow, really? I thought you would have taken me up on my offer, she says with a pouty face. Is there an evil king of all monsters that commands all evil monsters to do his bidding, you ask again? There is a man who calls himself... And then it cut out. What the fuck? I'm gonna get rid of that line where she like almost says it. And then I'm gonna do the hit enter thing. Please, receptionist, tell me who it is. Reveal the evil king of all monsters so that I can go slay him. I need to know the details. That's the one. He's not very nice, the receptionist says. Thanks for your time, you say. The pout on her face disappears and she starts smiling again. No problem. Rerun that. I didn't like that last one. Yes, there is, she says while nodding her head. Really? You ask with astonishment. Really, are you serious? The receptionist asks in disbelief. Why would she ask in disbelief? I am serious. Are you serious, you reply? The receptionist starts laughing. Stop doing that. Refresh. Let's hit it up again. Yes, the receptionist answers. Who is it, you ask? His name is Steve, the receptionist says. Steve, you say with disbelief. Yes, he uses the underground tunnels to move around and plan his attacks, the receptionist explains. Steve is the worst name for the king of evil monsters that I have ever heard. Does he go by any other name? Please. The ultimate enemy that everything's been building up to should not be Steve. There's already a Steve. We have a robot who helps protect the inn, and his name's Steve. No, just Steve, the receptionist says. That's lame, you say. Whatever, the receptionist says with a roll of the eyes. All right, thanks for your help, you say. You're welcome, the receptionist says. Excuse me, I'm not done. Okay, hold up. I'm just going to call Steve the evil king. Which I guess I should put in quotes. The evil king. Okay, and then I'm going to say, what are his powers? His powers are well known. He can turn you into a frog, kill you, or even do both at the same time. He's also building up an army of evil monsters, the receptionist answers. What? What? You have to be able to not be turned into a fucking frog? That's the thing? And he can just kill you. One of his powers is you just die. What do you do? What do you do against the... I know how to come back from the dead. So if he tries to just kill me, I guess I'll resurrect and I'll just try and fight him again. To not get turned into a frog, I could take shapeshifters pills, which normally we use to stop other people from shapeshifting. But I guess if I take the pill, then I won't shapeshift. So if he turns me into a frog, it'll just be like, you can't turn me into a frog because I took the pill. Though I have a telmarine helm, it sounds like if he turned me into a frog, but then didn't kill me, I could just shapeshift back into myself or into something else. Because essentially with the helm, I just am a shapeshifter anyways. So turning me into something doesn't matter. What matters is if he just uses his Avada Kedavra spell and I just die. So that's crazy. That's actually wild. Steve. Steve just killing people. That's his power. He's like, my name doesn't have to be cool. I can just kill you if you don't like my name. Okay, cool. What are the evil king's weaknesses? He is weak against the power of love. The love of a human woman is powerful enough to destroy him, the receptionist answers. All Steve needed was some pussy. How do we even know that? How do we know that that's how you kill him? Who could have tested that? Who could verify that that's a thing? That's great, you say. What was that? The receptionist asked suspiciously. Nothing, you muttered. Ooh, I'm gonna change it from that's great to that's fucking hilarious. You chuckle under your breath. And then she's like, what was that? And then you're like, nothing. Yo, we just gotta get him some pussy. Okay. Damn. Okay. What are the king of evils? What are the king of evil's common locations? Oh my gosh. Oh my, he can instantly kill you. Turn you into a frog. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get this dude. I'm ready. I'm ready. His main location is his secret hideout in the mountains, but he visits other places too, the receptionist answers. Wait, so we just know he has a secret hideout? Okay. His hideout doesn't sound very secret. Do you have a map? that could lead me to his hideout? Yeah, like we know he has a hideout in the mountains, right? And we know that he has like underground tunnels. So just like if you have a map, excuse me, then just get me the map. Sure, it's right here, the receptionist says, handing you a crumpled piece of paper. Thanks, you say. The receptionist nods in response. She's on the phone now talking with somebody about eggplants. Yo, yeah, she's on the phone. Wait for the receptionist to get off the phone. This is the first time I've had like a thing get interrupted like that. You clear your throat to get the receptionist's attention. Do you know where Zana is, you ask? No, I'm not going to ask that. I'm not asking about where Zana is. I'll clear my throat to get her attention, though. Get her off the phone. Okay, so I'm going to ask her, would you be willing to love the evil king to help kill him? Like, you wanted to sleep with me, but now you could sleep with the evil king and literally like save the world. Like you know, like that. Come on, just help me, receptionist, please. I would, but I have a boyfriend. The receptionist briefly shows a look of sadness on her face. I'm sorry, she says to you. No problem, you say in return. The receptionist returns to her phone call. Hold on. You have a boyfriend? That didn't stop you earlier. When you offered to sleep with me. If you sleep with the evil king, you'll help save the world. It's literally, it's like sleeping with me, it'd just be like clout or whatever. Sleeping with the evil king, you kill the like king of all monsters. The goblin is silent for a moment. The receptionist is a female goblin? Okay. Yeah, well, my priorities have changed. I'm not risking my life for some random stranger, she says in a harsh tone. It's for the world. It's for the world. It's not for a random stranger. What? What? Hold on. What is your name? What is your name? Give me your name, receptionist. Hit me up. My name is nope. You can't name her Zana. You can't name her Zana. Change that shit now. It's Helga, the goblin answers. Nope, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving for shit. Also, she's not a human woman. I thought the receptionist was a human woman before. What is your last name, Helga? Yeah, okay. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure this out. It's troll butt. And I like how the game said, why the hell would your parents name you that? That shit's so fucking good. The episode is stupid names. We got stupid names out here. Let's go. Okay, Helga Troll Butt. Helga Troll Butt tried to fuck me. It was good. Cool. Okay. Helga. Do you think the love of a goblin woman could defeat the evil king? She mentioned that a human woman could. Does it have to be human? No, it would take the love of a human woman to defeat him. Look, I'm not interested in helping you. I gave you some advice about how to get stronger. If you don't like it, then try somewhere else. Okay, fair, fair, fair. Fair. I guess I should say what I said in real life. Fair, 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 fine. That's fine with me. Do you know of any human women who would want, uh, who would want to help defeat the evil king with the power of love? Helga Trollbutt. The goblin stares at you for a moment. Yeah, I might know a few, she says quietly. Who, you ask? Helga touches your hand. It feels clammy and gross. If I tell you, will you leave me alone? the game should know Helga so hard. Ooh. If you tell me, you'll be helping to save the world. Clammy and gross. The game didn't have to do her like that. The goblin smiles as she exhales. I'm not doing this for you. You both hear the sound of feet landing on the cobblestones. Sneaking around at night and talking to gross old goblins. What would your boyfriend think? The voice says. Excuse me? I don't have a boyfriend. Wait, hold up. Wait. Excuse me. Who are you and who are you talking to? I can't tell who he's talking to. It's because I'm a dude, so I don't have a boyfriend. The goblin walks towards the voice. You follow her. I'm talking to you. Who are you? The goblin looks at a young man with brown hair. Ooh, my bad. The goblin looks at a young man with brown hair and green eyes. He is short and skinny. He wears black pants, a black shirt, a leather jacket, and cowboy boots. Okay, cool. Glad to know about your full wardrobe. I am Jet Starlight. I am the leader of the MHG. I am a man. Let's see. Who are you? I like how Helga got demoted to the Goblin. We just call her the Goblin now. I'm Zana's boyfriend. Who are you talking to Helga? The goblin woman hides behind you. I'm not talking to anyone. Yes, you are. I saw you. You're talking to that goblin woman. I wouldn't lie about that. Hold on. I'm gonna get rid of everything after the goblin woman hides behind you. I just told you who I am. I am Jet Starlight. Zana is my wife, by the way. So, husband trumps boyfriend any day. Why are you here? This guy is really confusing. The young man smiles. I have come to take Zana away. You pull out your pistol and point it at him. I don't think so. I'm not about to pull out a pistol. I don't need a gun to deal with an asshole. Also, he hasn't told me his name yet. You're talking to the receptionist. and a mysterious young man at Mad Headquarters. I guess instead of talking to the receptionist, it's you're talking to Helga Trollbutt. What a name! And a mysterious young man. So I'm gonna get rid of everything after him saying, I've come to take Zana away. Okay. What is your name, young man? Cain. What do you want with Zana? I've fallen in love with her. I want to take her away from here. I want to give her everything she has ever wanted. What has she ever wanted? A world without you. AI, you're doing pretty good. Cain, what is your last name? Okay, so I'm about to mop the floor with this dude, but I want to know more about him. Bacchus. How old are you, Cain? How old do I look? You look like a teenager. I'm 18. 18? You don't look a day over 60. I've never heard anyone say that. Like, you don't look a day. What a weird line. Cain Bacchus. Do you have any powers? If you don't have powers, Cain, I'm about to just straight slide you. You are a stranger, and I will hit you like a stranger. He can grow plants. I can grow plants. Anything else? That's it. So you're powerless. I love the idea of someone being like, what's your power? I have one power. Oh, so you don't got shit? Cool. This is good to know. Good talk. I wouldn't say that. I am very charismatic. I am a leader and a people person. Okay, my nigga, cool. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Cain Bacchus. I'm about to beat your ass. Cain Bacchus. Do you have any weapons, armor, or other equipment? You got anything interesting on your person? Cain Bacchus? Something I can loot off your corpse after I'm done sliding you across this pavement, bruh? You're not ready. You don't come to me and say you're coming to kill me and take my wife. He said I have a ring that I wear that has a ruby in the center. Anything else? That's it. I like how it says you're not going to provide for Zeta. It's like as if to say like you're broke. I don't know why he would mention that. Is the ring magical in any way? Like, why would you bring it up as like equipment? Cain is so sorry. I'm going to beat Cain's ass. Oh yes, the ring is magical, alright. What do you mean? It's a very powerful magical ring. Like what kind of magic? Well, it can what? It can do whatever I want it to. Oh. Oh, okay. He says he has a god ring. He has a god ring that lets him do whatever it wants. Okay, cool. So you're telling me that you can manipulate reality with that ring. You just have a ring that lets you do whatever you want. Cain, I'm ready. I am too ready. Not reality. It can't bring someone back from the dead. Also, the story summary's in the way. It can't bring someone back from the dead. I can't manipulate anyone into believing anything I want. Hold on. No. I would not be like, you should show me what you mean. I would cut off his hand, which is what I'm about to fucking do. Use hydrokinesis to summon a water sword and slice off both of Cain's hands. I'm not playing with you. No one man should have all that power. If you got a magic ring on your finger, you're losing your hands. You don't. Ah, Kane yells, it burns, it burns. You pull out your water pistol and shoot Kane in the head. Hold on a second. It's like, water sword. Fuck your hands. Water gun. In your face. Kane falls to the floor. He's dead. You walk over to his body with your sword still out. You look at his face. Sword still out? So it's like, hand, gun. Okay. The game's like, you're a fucking savage. Okay. Loot the magic ring from Kane's corpse. Yo, I got a ring that can manipulate anyone into believing anything I want. That's too good. That's too good. You roll Kane over, rip the ring off of his hand, the sword still through his neck. You put it on your hand, smiling. This will do. You look around. You spy a large chest full of gold coins and other valuable items. What? What? There just is. Why? Let's see. The sword still through his neck doesn't make any sense because I never hit his neck with the sword. You roll Kane over and rip the, ring off his hand. You put it on your own hand, smiling. This will do. You look around. You spy a large chest full of gold coins and other valuable items. Yo, Helga, does that treasure chest belong to anyone? Yeah, like, why is there just a treasure chest just sitting out, like, in the street? No, you can have it. What? What? Thanks. You begin throwing the chest on your back and filling it with the treasure. You take most of the coins, some jewelry, and other items too. Helga watches you curiously. What? Nothing, she says. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Helga. I appreciate it. I'm going to take this treasure back to the inn. I hope you have a good day. Yo. Thanks. I think I will. You too. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that last part because suddenly it's a pirate adventure. I guess because we mentioned like treasure chest and shit. So now I'm going to take the treasure chest, or I guess I'm going to store the treasure chest in the vault inside of Zana's room at the inn. Because that's where we keep our loot. There's like a vault in Zana's room where all the Monster Hunter Guild loot goes. You store the treasure chest in the vault inside of Zana's room at the inn. You eat dinner and begin to get ready for bed. Nope, I am not going to bed. I'm not going to bed. Get rid of the part where I eat dinner. I'm about to hunt down the king of evil. I'm ready. I have a ring that can make anyone believe anything. I'm going to name like my new ruby ring the manipulator jewel. There we go. Because I love giving everything a name. You decide to keep the ruby ring you named the manipulator jewel. Let's see. You are at the inn, about to head out on a mission to slay the evil king. Okay. I'm going to Follow the map to the evil king's mountain hideout. The manipulator Jules too good. Kane's such an idiot. You follow the map to the evil king's mountain hideout. Hide over. Weird. You walk up to a black fortress on a mountain. Archers line the battlements, watching for intruders. You're glad you came here alone. You look around nervously for a way inside. Okay. Well, luckily I have a power that lets me just kind of blink out of existence. I'm going to get rid of the mountain hide over and change it to hide out. I don't know. I've never heard the term hide over, I don't think. Blink out of existence. Sneak through the fortress. And locate the evil king. This manipulator jewel is pretty much all I think I would need in order to defeat the evil king. You find an old cracked jug and touch it with your hand. The jug mends itself back together as you think about how it would be useful. You run forward to the fortress wall, searching for a door. You find one and slip inside unseen. What? What? There's just a jug that fixes itself? Why do I think it'll be useful? Why did it fix itself when I touched it? I don't... The jug thing is so weird, and the game doesn't want you to do anything with it afterwards. Keep it or get rid of it is the thing. I don't know. It doesn't... I don't know why I would do that, why I would care about the jug, so I'm going to not care about the jug, and I'm going to get rid of that line. Okay, so now I've slipped inside unseen. Sneak through the fortress and locate the throne room of the evil king. Hopefully there aren't like traps and shit. That would suck. I wouldn't want to fall and die in a trap. You walk down the hall searching for the throne room. A man steps out of a side room. He is a tall, pale, and dark-haired with a long, thin black beard. His eyes are red, filled with anger and hate. Whispers of dark magic surround him. Shit. How do I ensure that he's the evil king? I try to identify if this man is the evil king. You study the man. You've never seen him before, so he can't be the evil king. What? Hello, sir, you say, trying to be polite. He looks at you and frowns. Who are you? Why have you come to my castle? What? Not having ever seen him before doesn't mean that he's not the evil king. I don't think I've met the evil king. You stare at the man. I just retried. You stare at the man, trying to search his mind. The man's hatred is so intense you fall to the ground in pain, losing all your energy. His eyes narrow, staring at you. He picks you up and throws you against the wall. He presses a sword towards your throat. I don't have mind powers like that. Like, I can read minds, but it's always been you touch the head. And I've never done it. It's like a power I got when I became an angel after I resurrected and then did a trial with Father Thomas. Retry. That was interesting, though. You look at the man trying to decide if he's the evil king or not. The man pulls out a mace and slams it into your head, shattering your skull. Holy shit. Earlier I was trying to, like, blink out of existence. But I guess that didn't happen. Okay. Use hydrokinesis. Or just use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal your wounds. Oh my gosh. You apply the salve to your wounds. You hear a creaking sound from above. Boom! You look up and are hit in the face with a large piece of stone. You are killed on impact. Fuck me. Okay. So, resurrect by using the trick you learned the last time you died that allows you to pass through the gates of heaven and return to the land of the living. You blink in and out of existence. Just as you materialize in the room, Zana falls on the floor. Did I miss anything you say? I don't think so, Zana says, looking around the room. Am I back at the inn? Let's see. Zana, I just died while in the castle of the evil king. I used a trick I know to resurrect. Where are we right now? Be quiet, Zana hisses. We're in the throne room of the evil king. Ah, shit, ah. You look around. You are indeed in the throne room. You see a large ebony throne with the evil king sitting in it. He's sneering at you. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I died, but then I came back to wait. Zana, when did you get here? Did you come here after I died? How long have I been dead? Yeah, this is some bullshit. I can't believe I got killed by a large stone. Shut up, shut up, shut up! The evil king yells. First the woman comes in, then this man comes in. I know what this is. What happened? Zana says, confused. It looks like Steve is having a hissy fit. I can't believe that the evil king's name is Steve. Shut up, shut up, shut up, the evil king yells. The evil king gets off his throne and walks towards you. He is huge and muscular. He carries a sword that looks much too small for him. He pushes Zana aside with ease. Okay, check this shit out. Use the manipulator jewel to make the evil king believe that he is making love to a human woman in an attempt to kill the evil king. Let's go. Let's go. What? You didn't think I remembered the weakness? You pull out your manipulator jewel. It's growing brightly. You concentrate on using its powers, and it gets brighter still, to the point where you are blinded. When you can see again, the evil king is making love to a beautiful woman with long brown hair and large... Hey! Is it working? Is it working? Okay. Check to see if the evil king is dying from believing that he is making love to a human woman. Because that was my plan. That actually was just what I was going to do. As soon as I got the manipulator jewel, I was like, oh, I don't need to use a real woman. What if he can just think he's having sex with a woman? You see the evil king fall to the floor dead. You hear a gasp of amazement from Zana. Yeah, yeah. We gave him psychic pussy. You walk over to the evil king's body. Zana walks over to you as well. I can't believe that worked, Zana says. Neither can I. This manipulator jewel is amazing. I honestly think we could beat anybody with this. Um, he literally died from believing that he was having sex with a beautiful woman. I don't know if that's really lame or really cool. like, like I don't know if that's like a shitty way to die or if that's like actually like not the worst way to die. Zaina smiles at you. You saved me again, Zaina says. We make a good team, you say. Zaina grabs your body and passionately starts kissing you on the lips. You put your hands around her back and pull her in. Then she stops. I mean, this isn't the best time for us to be making out. We're in the throne room of the Evil King. You and Zaina are in the throne room of the Evil King. You just slayed the Evil King using the manipulator jewel. Okay. Now that the Evil King is dead, maybe we can convert his army of evil monsters into good guys. We can try, Zaina says. And now we must return to the vampire countess. She will want to know of the new situation. And this is where I'm going to get rid of where it says we suddenly leave to go meet up with Ludmilla. I'm not leaving to go meet up with Ludmilla. Zaina, you can go inform Ludmilla of what happened. I am going to stay here and try to rally the monsters to join, I guess, to join our side. I mean, I could even make the monsters think I'm the Evil King, if I wanted to. Actually, that's not a bad idea, Zaina says. I will inform Ludmilla of what happened. You stay here and see what you can do about getting the other monsters to join us. Let's hope that this works. Okay. So, call all of the Evil King's monsters into the throne room and announce yourself as the new king of monsters. Okay. Hit it up. Hit me up. Come on, all of you. Like, literally, let's bring the whole army in, my boy. The next few weeks are grueling. Zaina goes to talk with the Countess Ludmilla. Meanwhile, you stay in the throne room. Okay, whoa. Check to make sure that the army of monsters respects me as the new ruler of all monsters. Did we do it? You look out at the throne room. It is filled with all types of monsters. Some are little, some larger than giants. All of them appear to be loyal to you, as they should be, since you control their minds. I trust you have all heard the news. Yo. Okay. This is pretty wicked. This is pretty... We took over the monsters. Instruct all monsters to help mankind and to slay any monsters that dare threaten humanity. This is pretty intense, actually. We have a new quest, one that is above all else. We must protect the humans. Do not kill them. Do not harm them in any way unless they attack first. What about eating their flesh? The giant on your left asked. You can consume dead humans all you want. But you can't kill humans. Monsters... Okay. You all will fight and kill any monsters who break the code. All monsters must follow this code of protecting humanity at all costs. Yes, sir. All of the monsters leave and prepare for battle. You know you can count on them to follow your every order. It's time to lead your army. Aw, shit. Ayo. Okay. You are the king of monsters. You are rallying together all monsters to help protect humanity. Go to the Monster Awareness Division. And ask that your army of monsters be recruited to help the Monster Awareness Division fight evil monsters. You walk into the middle of a crowd of mad agents. They have been told you are coming, but not why. All they know is you're the one who gets things done, and you need their help with something important. What is this all about, sir? I have killed the evil king. I am now the king of all monsters. The monsters are loyal to me and have agreed to protect humanity. I know that some monsters will still turn against me and try to harm humans. I want all monsters who are loyal to me to become new recruits of MAD and to help protect humanity from evil monsters. The crowd is shocked by the twist in the story you just told. None of the agents knew you were the king of the monsters. You lean against a tree and wait for a response from the crowd. That's horrible. What if they betray us after we trust them? If the monsters dare betray us, the MHG and I will handle it. Speaking of the MHG, we'll still be operating to take down any and all monsters who break the code. The code being that all monsters must protect humans and not kill them. A few of the agents walk up to you and pat you on the back. You really are a hero. Do you need any more agents? I'm pretty sure all of us would follow you into battle. I am fine with the MAD and the MHG. being different organizations. There are tons of monster hunter guilds. Well, I guess monster hunting groups in the area. I think I've been learning about new ones every day. I am glad that there are so many of us. And I don't want all the organizations to just turn into one big one. I like our individuality. It helps to make us who we are. The remainder of the day is spent relaxing. It's a well-earned rest. The next few days are spent on recruitment and getting your name out there. You aren't sure if you're going to stay the head of MAD for long, though. Whoa, no. I'm not the head of MAD. The whole thing was about me saying I want them to be different things. I'm going to retry that. That sounds like a good idea, sir. Okay. Then it is settled. The good monsters are now all recruits of MAD. Now, before I go, I have one more thing that I need to do. I killed the Evil King. He was the leader of an army of evil monsters, and essentially was the mastermind of every monster attack that I've ever stopped. His bounty must be huge. I imagine his bounty is worth billions of gold. I am here to claim that bounty. The head dwarf looks at you. You want all the credit for killing the former leader of the Dark Order? I do. Very well. That's fine. Welcome to the MAD. Like I said before, I am fine with the MAD and the MHG being different organizations. Also, I'm already a badge-holding member of the MAD. Please hand me the gold, like the billions of gold that I've earned from killing the Evil King. I'm here to claim this bounty, fam. You don't know. You thought this was free? Plus, I'm gonna need it. The head dwarf looks at you. It repeated. It repeated. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I have to update the story summary. You are the king of monsters. You are talking with the agents of MAD at MAD headquarters. So let's retry, because it did repeat the thing that it already said. The dwarf laughs. Of course, sir. This is your payment for the bounties of the evil goblins, evil orcs, evil men, and evil elves that you've killed. Also, there is a small bonus for taking out the Evil King. The dwarf hands you a large sack of coins. Is this sack of coins filled with billions of gold? You nod. I suppose this will do for now. Why would I nod? I'm going to change that. The dwarf nods. I suppose this will do for now. The dwarf laughs again. Well, I'll be seeing you soon, sir. You will? I wouldn't say that with a question mark. I definitely will be. I would just say you will, period. Yes, the man has a new mission for you when you're ready. Wonderful. I will return tomorrow. Thank you again for everything. By the way, what will be the name of the new division of MAD that is run by good monsters? The new division of MAD is called the MHG, the Monster Hunt. No. You can't just use the name we already have. The MHG, why do you... No. You're not going to just take the name. It will be called MAG, pronounced M-A-G. It will stand for Monsters Awake. What's the G? Monsters Awake. Alright, thank you for telling me this. You go back to the good king and tell him the news. There's no good king. Hold on. Refresh that. The MAG, Monsters Awake. Why would it be called the MAG? He got me fucked up with that. New name, hit me up, fam. We'll call it the MH. Stop calling it the MHG. We already have that. It'll be known as the Monsters Assistant Department, or MAG. It's trying so hard. We're gonna call it the Monster Assistants Guild. I like how it's like, we're gonna use the same acronym, right? The same MAD, but then we're gonna just say it's a G at the end. One last thing. I'm going to ask the head dwarf of MAD for his name. Because I didn't know that MAD was run by a dwarf. I'm learning more and more every day. My name is Bob. Hold on. Jump back. Ask him if he's Chief Wither. That actually would be a lot cooler. Ask the head dwarf of MAD if his name is Chief Wither. I tried to make him Bob a second ago, but that would be cool and it would connect to the thing from this morning when we were talking to Brenda and Flynn. No, my name is Warwick Reed. Warwick hands you a badge that says MAG member. It also has your name and the website of the MAG on the back. The website? I like how it was the website. These niggas are online? Don't say the website. Just roll with it. It has your name in the website of there wouldn't be. Hold on. Nah. Refresh. Nah. No, I am not Chief Wither. He does head up the MAG though. Alright, cool. That's all I needed to know. Well, now I need to ask him his name though. Let me get his name. Because his name can now be whatever. It can be Warren Reed. It can be Bob. His name is whatever it needs to be. So now, I'm going to ask the head dwarf of MAD I like how he was like, but Chief Wither is involved. So ask the head dwarf of Mad for his name. For real this time. My name is Groff. You notice a very large black metal gate. The gate leads to the dwarven city of New Holgard. The dwarves are busily trying to unpack treasure and other objects from several carts behind you. I'm sorry, no. Just because he tells me his name, that doesn't mean that I suddenly discovered the dwarven city. Excuse me. So now I'm going to ask Grarf, before I go, for his last name. So I can actually make, like, an entry about him in the world info. I'm sorry, I do not have one. Whatever. Grof's a pretty unique name. I doubt I'm going to meet another Groff. Okay. You thank the MAD for their time and head back to the inn to talk to Zana. Zana comes back to the inn with you. She's very enthusiastic about your new job. I knew it, we're going to be rich and famous. You give her a look. What? So you were talking with Zana back at the inn. So I'm going to edit that part out that says what. And I'm pretty much just going to say, we're already rich and famous. We are now just more rich and more famous than we were before. Like, yeah, like, we've been rich for a hot minute. Zana laughs. I suppose you're right. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? You shake your head. No. No, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Do. Here's what I'm going to do real quick. Split the billions of gold earned from killing the evil king among the members of the MHG. Everybody's rich. You split the billions of gold earned from killing the evil king among the members of the MHG. I'm going to say to Zana, Zana, there is nothing I would love to do more than to cuddle with you, hear about your day, and then sleep with you tonight. Would you be interested in doing that? Zana smiles. I would love to. You and Zana spend the night together in the comforts of a soft, warm bed. The next morning, you have breakfast with Zana and then head your separate ways. You head to the mat. Oh, and then it didn't finish. It's not even like a failure to text wrap. It just didn't finish. So I'm going to cut out everything after in the comforts of a soft, warm bed. And that's where I'm going to end the episode. So yeah, episode 18 is quite wild. We literally killed the evil king of all monsters. We met a lot of new and interesting characters. And we've had another like huge status quo shift. So let's see how that affects future episodes. Thank you all for watching. If you guys liked this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. If you guys would like to watch the entire series, I highly recommend that you click on the link in the end card or in the description below to the series playlist. Also, If you want to read the story in full on the AI Dungeon website, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. And if you would like to talk about the series with me, feel free to comment in the comment section below or DM me on our Discord. I have a link to our Discord in the description below. Thank you all once again. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, logging out. Peace. Chicken Gawa.